We're talking AI and CX and retention. Eli, you're one of the most well-known dudes in the space. People worship you. Uh, I was fanboying for a long time until I met you, and then
Went
I
downhill from
realized
there.
it all went downhill from that. I realized how similar interests we have, and how cool of a dude you are. You're so down to earth. You're D to E. You're D to C. Everything, right? So talk to me about the AI buzz. I know you've got some hot takes for us.
Yep.
Set the stage for me.
The feeling's mutual. I feel like I passed on an intro to Tanner like once or twice, and I consistently think like, what if I took the intro earlier? Like how might have, you know,
The
maybe my
power.
life would have changed. But it's been fun. A couple of things. So yes, like I have been a very, very loud anti AI CX advocate for a long time. What changed, I think, in the last like 6 to 12 months was seeing how there's an actual difference in the way people are thinking about AI of like how can we make it do the boring, annoying things.
Yep.
I cannot tell you how many times I reach out to a human who is obnoxious as hell and doesn't give me the answer, in which case I'm like, just surface up what you know about me, what you know about
Yes.
my situation, and just fix it so I can get back to doing the things I want to. And then when it comes down to it, if I actually have a problem, you can jump in and be human about it. But I think we're in a fun space on the Yotpo side. Like we spent a ton of time thinking about like AI shopping and all that stuff, which I think is a different trend that we'll get to, but it's been a wild 12, 16, 18 months sitting on both sides.
Yeah. And so talk to me about how you guys are ultimately reviews, right? And reviews so much, we just got done with Black Friday and obviously today's Cyber Monday. Reviews influence the purchase a lot. How do you see products being searched? And how do you feel like AI is going to be influencing reviews and the quality of the reviews?
Funny that like 12 months ago, everyone was talking about the commoditization of reviews and reviews don't matter and nobody cares and it's $10 a month, blah, blah, blah. But I think we're living in like one of the biggest shifts in shopping, like the biggest shift in discovery since Google for sure. The
Yeah.
customer journey is completely changing, right? It used to be that you start your research, you ask around, you check Google, you go to the site. Now it's like, instead of like 10 links on a Google result, you might just get three choices. And
Yeah.
those three choices like might be Patagonia, Gymshark, and whatever. And the question people are asking is like, how does a brand show up? From the bit we know, it's like these models are built on kind of like trust, right? Public sentiment, consensus, checking the what they're thinking and making sure it's resonating in multiple places. And
Yeah.
obviously, reviews is like customer sentiments, right? Reviews is like what do people actually feel about you? And I think that's this like weird, like the SEO age was rewarding like keywords, and the LLM age is, rewarding truth, consistency, consensus, like reviews, among a lot of other things. Reviews actually, for the first time in a long time, matter in more ways than just Yotpo was saying so.
I love
So,
that. Are you worried about at all? So I Okay, that's a dog in the background. I was like, is that just thinking it's my baby making some noise in the room next to me? Um, the quality. So you go on to Amazon, and if I'm looking at both Amazon and then I'm looking at Prime to watch something. If I
mhm.
go to a movie, it's like 4.5 stars. I'll go to another movie, 4.5 stars. Go to another one. I was like, some have 2,000, 3,000, and I'm like, is everyone just leaving the same type of review? Are these quality reviews? How are you guys kind of thinking about like the quality of the human review versus artificially generated reviews? Is that something that you guys are coming across? Is
Yeah.
there
So
like some concern around that? Because if I'm buying a product and I'm spending my hard-earned money, and products aren't getting any cheaper, right? If anything, they're getting more expensive. And yeah, anyways. So talk to me about that.
reviews, like the FTC has been pretty early on reviews, making sure that they're legit. And if they're incentivized, you have to mark that. So like making sure reviews are trustworthy is like the core of reviews. If it's just AI slop, it may as well be done by a different provider, not Yotpo.
Yeah.
There are plenty of those. Please don't make shit all of our competitors on a on a quick Google Hangout. No, but truth be told, like I think the quality of the reviews matters a ton. Now, the few things we see is like number one, if you're a 5-star review, nobody if it's just 5 stars, nobody's listening. If you have less than like going from like 0 to 10 reviews is like a 90% increase in conversion. Like we've seen numbers like once you pass 10,000 reviews, the algorithm slash humans don't really care if it's 10,000 or 12,000. But getting up to 10,000 reviews and where you are, like all those things really matter. People look at reviews for an average of 7 seconds. So the reviews that they see first matters. So how do you know, like, for example, if I go onto Sam Edelman's website and I look at the top 5 reviews, some might be 1 star, some might be 5 stars. Like, how do you sort them properly, right? Because nobody's clicking see more, see more, see more. The photos that show up, like these all matter. The interesting thing about Yotpo is like something that we started to try to reverse engineer is what are the reviews that people see and then they purchase after they see that review, and how can we get more of those? Like, how can we get more high quality reviews? So something we've started a while back is called like smart prompts, which as you're filling out a review, TripAdvisor now has it as well. It's like as you're filling out a review, it'll pop up words and questions. So like, what do you think about the quality? And then as you type it, it says great work. What did you think about the box? So just like prompt you to provide more context.
Thing
Because reviews without context don't really do anything for anyone. And if it's like too detailed and too long, nobody will read it either. So the amount, like the content, the quality, the quantity, like all really matters around like the AI slop. Like it's, Amazon will continue to moderate, Yotpo moderates, FTC will clamp down. Like if you do, like there's trust and safety teams across every one of these providers that try, right? Again, if this is the backbone of trust in ecom and it's AI slop, then it may as well be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I love that. So when it comes to like searchability, coming back to this, photos, videos, how much do buyers rely on something visual within the review before making a decision on whether or not to buy a product versus just like standard text?
So something we've like started to talk about internally, which is like a little kooky to go external, but I guess you only live once. Aside from the shopper, right? Like the shopper, it might be you, it might be me. We think about this AI agent as another potential shopper, right? So like ChatGPT, we've gone from 0% of 0% of traffic to ecom websites was coming from ChatGPT like 7 months ago, and now it's like in the single digits already. So those shoppers, like those LLMs, are actually looking at UGC like visual content too.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it does matter. And I think that models using this and humans looking at this matters more than it maybe did 5 years ago. But another thing I see, like people will let a user upload a photo and then just not moderate it and just put it live. And it's like a ripped up shoebox. We saw this last week at one of these shoe companies, like the top 10 photos in their UGC are just like ripped up shoe boxes where somebody was really unhappy with how the shoe arrived. And that's like on your PDP. So if it's not like moderated properly, you're actually doing more damage than potential good.
And do you feel like that on the UGC side, do you feel like, well, we just kind of talked about you have to state like, hey, this is an ad, like I'm like actively promoting this product. Do you think UGC and brand influencers, do you think more budget goes into brand influencers and UGC? I guess those are separate, right? Do you think there's more budget that goes into influencers with this new searchability, right? Like the increase in people searching for products online, and if these LLMs are looking at, just content across the ecosystem that we're consuming constantly, where do you feel like budget's going to be allocated on the
I
market?
think I think what we're seeing now is in the last 6 months, it went from okay, this is 100% AI generated model influencer content to now people being, wait, is this real? Right? Like Nano Banana Extra Banana is like on a whole nother level. The advance of the banana is like you cannot tell that it's an influencer. So what I see is like you have three different buckets. You have bucket number one, which is like Salt Lake City momfluencer, loves this product, hashtag ad, but like genuinely likes the product. Two, AI momfluencer that doesn't exist but still likes the product. Two,
Yeah,
genuine, really likes the product, is not getting paid. And those lines are getting blurred so quickly that in this like ecosystem where truth really, really matters and not like 6 years ago matters, people are not going to trust any of this stuff. What's
yeah.
organic anymore? Like FTC will try, but like what's organic? if
Right.
I'm getting paid, but like you're not really disclosing, you're kind of disclosing. It's going to be like an interesting next few months.
Yeah, so if you were to give a brand some guidance here,
Yes.
and where to even start? And like we're in like the pure chaos phase.
So a couple
What
of things, like I'll give like some practical like practical guidance that we're giving internally. And then I might just go on a rant and you won't be able to stop me. Um, you can,
I would never.
like you can try for sure. You can mute me if it gets too crazy. But a couple of things. So number one, like clean metadata. So like all the like attributes, product details, alt text, like usage data, all of that that you kind of sloppily filled in the Shopify backend or what have you now actually matters because Shopify is passing along that data to LLMs. So whether you are a beauty product or footwear, the way you describe it, disclose it really matters. So make sure your metadata is all filled out and clean. That's like very practical that we've seen brands massively increase the way they show up based on that. Number two is like review Q&A, like all of these like FAQ Q&A that people didn't really care as much, but LLMs are looking for question answer. So like
Yeah.
that when somebody asks a similar question, like, is this shoe good for wide feet? If you already have that in your Q&A, you see Amazon does that a lot as well. You see Amazon's using Rufus. They just announced that they're going to invest $1 trillion. That's not even a real number in Rufus when people kind of hated it 2 years ago. So you're
Yeah.
seeing that that's the way people are shopping. That's like, so that's number two. And number three, which is like overly simplified, but I've spoken to a few brands in the last 6 months that said they block crawlers because like they're like, these are bots. I don't want them on my website. You're likely blocking ChatGPT. So don't do that. Or at least try to differentiate. Like it's okay. I mean, unless you're Kith and you really don't want bots trying to like
Yeah.
purchase all your items, I would say let the bots on your site. You're not like Amazon. Like let them crawl your data and learn something. Um,
Those bots have their way with your website.
in the worst way possible because truly like they're learning and taking it back home to the bot family and it'll help you show up. But going into like rant phase, like like my world of CX and retention, like I spend a lot of time on the Yotpo side doing a lot of things that people don't even really want to know about. But I do speak to a lot of customers. I've always felt that like the CX, the bar is on the ground. Like it's truly pathetic. You can do very little and still do okay. With AI, like around the visibility, like we are so early, but unlike CX and retention, we are moving so bloody fast that it's like things that don't exist yesterday are old news tomorrow. Like ChatGPT announced shopping, right? That was like 2 days ago. Shopping research assistant. In like a week, that'll be old news because they'll be on the next.
Yeah.
And I've seen two camps. I've seen people that are like ultra advanced and spending way too much time, and I've seen people doing zero zip nothing. And unlike every other trend, I truly think this will move faster than people think. Like we spoke about smart prompting, we spoke about like Yotpo's focus here. Unlike every other feature where our competitors copy us 6 months later, a year and a half later, I think this is the one situation where it will actually matter that you're early
Yeah.
or on time.
That's great.
So I
Yeah.
think just like get with it.
Just get with it. No, I love that. I'm looking at some of these other questions. I think that's what I wanted to cover the bulk of today. Any other tidbits, any other tips that you want to leave our guests with, our 1,300 guests that are going to be attending this?
1,300 is a crazy number. So the fact that you're all here to listen to Tanner kind of riff it on a Google Meet is
On a Google Meet with some tennis rackets hanging up in the background.
is absolutely amazing. I think all of you, especially around the realm of CX, like I've spent my entire adult life in this world. I think we're early. I think it's not everything or nothing. I think you can climb into this. Like I've done a lot of stupid things in my 10+ years doing this. Among them was thinking I know everything. I learned 2 years in that I really don't. And even if I thought I do, I learned 6 months later that I knew nothing. So be a little humble, be okay to learn new things. The last thing I'll say, our CEO has like a weekly newsletter called Commerce GPT, commercegpt.xyz, which is like all just about these topics. He spends an ungodly amount of time focused on this. So we kind of put him in a corner and asked him to start writing what he's learning. Um,
Awesome.
that's basically it. And if you need any help in the shipping protection realm,
That's
you
right.
have a guy.
You have a
His
guy.
name is Tanner.
That's right.
He he does this stuff.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Eli, thank you so much. Great seeing you again. Spindrift?
It's a little Spindrift mojito.
Oh,
It's like a mojito without the alcohol.
yeah.
Kind of make me feel something.
Yeah, we're just trying to feel something, which is why we're on this call today.
It's 7:59 p.m. for those at home,
Yeah, it's 5:59 my time.
so still early.
Still early. The day's just getting started. Hey, good seeing you, friend. Thanks for jumping on.
Always.
Thanks, brother. See ya.